Joe, where's Joe? Is he in there? Has he crawled in? Does he look low? Does he look depressed? He looks a bit what?
Sad.
He looks sad?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, you absolutely smashed him, didn't you?
Joe! Where are you? We're coming, man. It's early, but we're coming. Sorry for all the neighbours, I'm sorry, but we're coming. Joe, where are you? Joe, where are you? Joe!
Is that Rio?
Yeah, it's me, baby, it's me. I'm here, live and direct, early.
I'm busy.
What?
I'm busy. This is gonna be an absolute hype. And you think it's carnival making up noise and stuff like that, yeah?
I'm here early. I'm here ready to rock and roll. I am come prepared.
Why?
You normally come in shades.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. It's cool. This is any day for me.
Man's got his man bag ready and that, yeah? What the heck, bro? This guy's excited, bro. Straight to the studio.
Come, man, come.
They can never do it like I. When you see man pull up and slide, man stepped in the room with legends, Rio and Steve, you know it's a vibe. Check the podcast, what you wanna know? Don't ask me, go and ask Joe. If you're talking Premier League, he's on the front line and I gotta go. It's a vibe with five, and you already know what it is. It's a vibe with five, and you already know what it is. Vibe with five, and you already know what it is. It's a vibe with five, and you already know this.
That's right, Joel Bayer still top of the league. Okay, I know you're going to enjoy this week's episode of Vibe with Five. We're still out here representing, but please make sure you check us out on Acast. We're across all platforms for audio. Check it out.
Welcome back to Five. Stephen Howson, Rio Ferdinand. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Top of the league, talk to me. Top of the league. Top of the league.
See, I knew I was going to make a sign which said top of the league. So
Yeah.
just get a ticker going for top of the league. Because,
Top of the league.
There we go. That's 3. We told you played relegation. Do you know what? We're missing something.
What are we missing? You lot.
Ooh.
Oh, hello.
This guy's an
This
idiot.
ain't for you, by the way.
Yeah, this is winners only.
This is what I'm saying. You guys, your club's fallen, bro. You lot having cake after
It's
beating
just
us
because
at
the
home.
way you've been moving, like your team's like going to be winning the league, going to qualify for Champions League automatically. Cheers, bro.
We are. We definitely are. Definitely are.
Oh, do you know what that tastes like? Tastes like 3 points, that, Joel.
You guys are going over the top, bro. What? Because Antony scored yesterday, kissing a badge.
What did he do?
First, he scored,
He scored,
kissing
yeah.
a badge on day one.
That's actually quite nice, you know.
Going on as if he loves the club. You just started work, mate. On day one. Give
At
it
least
a
we've got
rest.
players that actually show a bit of pride.
So what, we don't?
I didn't say why you're on a defensive.
Okay, cool. All right, cool.
That tastes like Arteta in a press conference saying that he dominated the game.
No, it's not salty. It's not salty.
Oh, you're right.
You guys thought I weren't going to wear the shades today. I might have to switch it up still.
It's not
'cause
salty.
we didn't win, so. I'll put the shades with no tints.
Anyway,
All right, let's get on. Let's get on with it.
Okay, so Joel went missing in action last night, as we know.
I was at the game.
You know what? You're at Old Trafford more than Emirates these days.
Yeah, it's
Supporting us.
because of you, mate. You're the one supplying the tickets.
Absolute
What am I
corporate
gonna
game
say
in
no?
it last night, as well in the box.
It was
To be
decent.
fair, probably a good idea not to be seen
decent.
amongst United fans last night. Right, so we covered quite a bit last night. If you've not seen me and Rio just gloating for 20 minutes or so, just enjoying the vibe. But we have to drill down into it now. Is it time for Arteta to go?
Don't be stupid, guys. Seriously.
You were saying that a few months ago. Arteta out.
Let's
He's on a documentary,
let's
isn't
break it down, yeah. And I saw your review yesterday. I thought
Did you like it? Was it good?
Yeah, I thought some of it. The only good thing is Howson finally admits that Jesus is actually a good player. And
No, I
it's
said he had a
taken
good
a while.
game. Relax.
Yeah,
Proper
stop
player.
it. But the way I looked at the game yesterday, first 10 minutes, Man United came out, dominated. You know, after 10 minutes, I think they got rattled when Martinelli got that goal, which should have never been cancelled, by the way.
What?
Because
The
here's
foul?
what I don't get. No, here's what I don't get about VAR, right? The
foul.
inconsistencies of VAR. We got Culture Cams in here sitting down. He's just done a 5 formation show. He's chilling at the back, yeah. Tell me, yeah, that there are inconsistencies in VAR. That it's not
wait for
fair.
the audience.
Because I know that if I ask you guys ain't going to give me the response that I want.
There's inconsistencies.
Yeah,
There are.
and yesterday, let's be real.
got
Why is
Roven,
it?
man,
Why is
got
it so?
Roven.
No, but why is it so soft, Rio?
Joe McTominay on the sideline
Why is it so soft?
when he pushes Martinelli and the referee gives a foul. Joe, why you give a foul? He's got none of the ball and he's 2-hand shoved him in the back. So
But you're
what was
telling
the
me-
difference between what Odegaard did and what McTominay did? One's a foul, one's a foul. Now, I wouldn't have gone back to it. But once they've gone
That
back
was-
to it, it is
yeah.
a foul.
I do think it's a foul because he actually doesn't get any of the ball. It is a little bit soft, yeah, but it is a foul.
A little bit soft.
In today's game, it's a foul.
But we've seen goals like that given, Rio, after someone's done that in the build up of play.
It's going back.
Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, that going back. It's a bit.
Do you know what? Actually, go on.
And I think
I'll give you that goal, and you just lose 3-2.
Yeah, don't be stupid. Because the momentum's changed. Obviously, you guys, you go on and, Antony scores, starts, trying to win the crowd over. Great PR move, by the way. Kissing the badge day one. I thought he was going over the top. And also, please, can we insert this? Like yesterday, he's out clubbing or going out, whatever, in Manchester wearing Man United tracksuit and he's flipping jacket,
it's
acting
like a throwback. That's what we used to do.
Put it in the video.
Oh, you got to wear shoes now. I got the Man United tracksuit.
I think he's going over the top. I think he's going over the top.
Only certain clubs can go into a nightclub or into restaurants with a club tracksuit on, and the Man United emblem does that.
Yeah, you were rattled. If you're looking at the game overall, Steve, you guys were rattled.
What happened when Arsenal you actually scored?
Yeah.
We scored 2.
No, but let's be honest
with you. I'll be honest with you, yeah?
Yeah.
When the game started, I thought it would be so different to the way it started. I thought you guys would just dominate like you did for most of the game. First 10, 15 minutes, Man United were playing some good stuff. Steve was getting carried away. Oh my God, we're dominating. We look like I've never seen this before for a long time. Confident, etc. And then the game changed in terms of you guys started to take control of the game. Which was good for you guys. Man United score. Then again, the pendulum swings. You guys get control of the game. When you scored, our text in the group straight away, deserved.
Yeah, I thought you was doing that to save yourself.
No.
You knew what time it was.
No, I said before that I said the first 15 minutes you looked like a Div 1 team. That's what I texted in the group.
And then you were hating.
But I'll give credit when it's due. You lot played some good football.
We did.
But I played against Arsenal teams all through the years, right? That played some really good football, but used to get banged up. We knew we were confident.
I think it was different this time though, because this look. First of all, the way you guys are celebrating, you think it's carnival. Like you guys are going mad. Yeah, where's the bells and whistles? Oh, okay, everything you lot, Man United fans all around.
We just beat the team.
All the Man United fans. No, listen.
We've just beat the favourites for the league.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
so
it's different. It's different now because I think before you guys, like you said, you knew you were going to turn up. You knew you were going to turn us over, even though we played good football. This time, you guys weren't as confident. You weren't as confident.
I definitely wasn't, but I think the manager said to the team, these guys, they're on the crest of a wave at the moment. This be hard to beat. This be hard to break down, and we'll bang them on the counter. We used to do that to you. Same tactics almost.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I think
50-game winning streak. Was that the one where Rooney dived, or was that the
we cheated then as well, did we?
Yeah, the 5 formations that Cams did with Rio the other day. But you guys did cheat.
And then you're 5 unbeaten, and then you come to Old Trafford.
But you guys, look
into pieces.
Look, I think genuinely.
Was you broken yesterday? Was you a broken
genuinely,
man?
This is me talking. This is me being really honest.
No signal.
Like, I genuinely.
Gets
busy signal. Trafford, does anyone know busy signal?
Yeah. I genuinely think you guys, the optimism. I was speaking to United fans afterwards.
You know what? It actually goes in it.
Top
the
four,
Jamaican like training top and that busy signal, like it's all making sense right now.
Rio.
If you know, you know.
Rio.
Okay.
I think you guys are getting too excited. Let's not forget United's previous results this season. You did get banged up 5-0 by Brentford. Let's not forget that.
So we're living in the present, in the now.
That was only 3 games ago, 3 or 4 games ago.
Only as good as your last.
You guys have still got defensive frailties. Varane's out there getting shoved up, halved up by Jesus the whole game. Martinez,
Did Jesus score?
No, but he caused the problem though. No, don't do that. Don't do that because come on, you can have a good game. When you guys got beat up, Ivan Toney didn't score, did he?
Paul Merson
did Ivan Toney score against you guys the other day? Did he score against you guys the other day? Did he play well though? Did Ivan Toney play well? Did he?
He played well.
Okay, cool. So you can play well.
Ivan Toney will be here soon. Anyway, listen.
Yeah, cool.
But you know what? Paul Merson said it perfectly the other day. He said, I've been told Trafford many times and thought, we played really well, but got beat.
Yeah, but I don't care. I don't care.
You do care because your heart was pounding yesterday.
No, not really. I generally thought we were going to go there and at least get a draw. I thought we could beat you, but get a draw. I knew that you guys were going to be pumped up. You know, you were going to be pumped up.
You weren't then?
No, we were, but you guys were going to be pumped up like you were for the Liverpool game.
Yeah.
When you look at your individual performances now, Sancho, I don't think he really did much during the course of the game. Like, deserved to get subbed. Rashford, 2 goals, 1 assist, weren't a great game. Clinical, I can't say anything about it.
Gabriel
right?
Jesus gets 2 goals and assists. We have to.
No, but
He's saying, by this analogy, he's saying that Jesus was the best.
I'm going through your players. I'm going through your players. All right, I've started a bit weird, but I'm just letting you know. You're looking at I think Eriksen and McTominay. I think that works really well. If I'm honest with you,
Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno. The problem with Bruno is
Lukonga still on the pitch.
He sounds like Arteta, giving us no credit at all.
Listen, the problem with Bruno is you see that pass that he plays for the third goal. Yeah, does that 1 in 15. That's my issue. Like I think
1 in 15.
Yeah, 1 in 15.
He set one the other day.
1 in 15. No, like that. He loses the ball way too much. Way too much.
Did he set the goal up against Leicester?
See how we went down like he got shot just before Antony scored. Like,
wait, what?
See how we went down?
What?
See how we went down? Like he got shot.
Like who?
Oh, stop it, man. Come on, what is this? What is this?
Why are you just giving us the credit? Why are you like Arteta? You're following
Arteta out here.
I don't think
you got Saka out here diving.
I don't even think Saka had a great game, but he still had Malacia in his pocket, bro.
No, he done well. Saka was good.
Yeah, Saka was good. Yeah. And I'm looking at your players and I'm thinking to myself, I can't look at my team and feel like they let me down. You know, I feel like
not even Ramsdale.
No.
Really?
No.
Well, what about the high line for the third goal? What was that about?
Okay, that's
there's been no work done on the training.
First of all, you're hating because Saliba is probably the best 21-year-old centre back that we've seen in the Premier League.
Please tell me that was on a solo.
Coach is sitting there. We got someone in the audience.
At 21 years old, no, let me put my big man voice on now. At 21 years old, you're telling me Rio was better than Saliba? At 21 years old? What do you mean? Come on, what would
Arsenal
you at
fans
least
have said some insane
because they paid a lot of money for him. They paid a lot of money for Maguire as well, you know. It don't mean nothing. Oh my. Exactly. Come on. Have you seen a man control the back line like that at Arsenal and also
it's 5 games.
Have you seen it? Yes or no? Have you seen it? Exposed by Rashford.
Right. They can't hear Cam.
He failed the Rashford test.
They can't hear Cam. Let me just say, Joel, Arsenal fans have come out with some absolute insane calls in their time, and this is like top 5. How can you say Saliba? Like, you look at his involvement, there's a question mark. Now, Rio's give him the benefit of the doubt for the first one, but there's a question mark about his involvement in every single one. You're out here saying he's marshalling the lines.
In the last goal? The last goal, he should have concentrated more on following Rashford because he looked like he was indecisive. By the time he turned, Rashford's in behind him.
Like all great centre-halves, known for being indecisive.
But the reality is, you guys have had.
Can we move on? You don't need to put this pressure on Saliba.
No,
he's 5 games in the Premier League. Just let him play,
I'm letting you guys know now. He's so good, yeah, and I accept where we are. He's going to be going to a Real Madrid or City or whatever within.
Wow, wishing his man away already.
No, I don't want him to go. But I look at his contract situation. He's got 2 years left on his contract, right? We need.
Bro, if you just got beat 3-1 and you're talking about Saliba, let's leave it, man.
Bro,
Come on, man.
Because
please.
you guys, but we're top of the league. But we're top of the league, though, are we not? And I see you guys in the comments writing Joe L, and Joe Leia and all that stuff. I know what's going on here. It's cool.
Do you want me to tell you what happened?
I'm still here wearing shades.
You literally played 5 relegation teams, got completely gassed up. You've had a centre-half who's had nothing to do.
Talk the real talk, please. This is what I wanted to hear.
He's had nothing to do. He's done nothing. And now he comes up to Old Trafford, like Cam just said, he's failed the Rashford test. Marcus Rashford,
lacking confidence.
Lacking
confidence.
Yeah, Marcus, who's honestly, he had a great output yesterday, but I think he's still nowhere near his best, and has just turned him inside out.
Can't say turned him inside out.
He's walked off the pitch almost.
I blame Arteta because normally Lukonga would have been there to close things down, but I think Arteta panicked a little bit. We made changes too soon, and you know that's what happens. And now Saliba.
I got a question,
and now Saliba has to suffer for it because you're hating.
Right, how many times did you have a centre half as a centre half? How many times did you have a centre mid have to cover for you? How many times did you have to defend 1v1 on the halfway line?
Quite a lot, man.
Yeah, and that's why you was the second best centre half this league's ever seen.
All right. Let's lick Rio's arse because he's next to us.
No, he said second best, so he's actually disrespecting
Who's the first?
Yep, Stan.
Fair enough. Anyway, guys.
Top player.
Yeah.
Anyway, is De Gea still the problem, by the way? Is De Gea still the problem for Man United?
No, really good saves yesterday. I didn't say that.
You did. You said he's the problem.
What? How many good
I
saves
didn't say that. No, he made a couple. I didn't say that. I think his distribution is crap in general, but I think he's still a really good shot stopper. So is Ramsdale.
So why did you?
Ramsdale.
Why did you? Can you break it down for us from an Arsenal perspective?
Yeah.
Why you got beat yesterday?
I think we got beat on the counter. It's really simple. You guys were more decisive than us. I think, for example, Jesus didn't really have clear-cut chances. I think if he gets clear-cut chances, he scores them, but unfortunately it didn't fall for him. In general, I don't think we were decisive enough. Saka, sometimes I think he made incorrect decisions, which, at that level of a game, you might only get one or two chances to convert. Yes, he got one, but you need to be putting them away. Look at Antony. You know what I mean? One shot, one goal, great finish. That's what happens, Even Rashford.
Clinical.
Yeah, exactly, literally. And I think that's it. It's not that you were better than us or you bust us around, because I reckon Odegaard, that is a football player right there. That is a baller. He didn't have no problem receiving the ball, playing it around you guys.
Didn't have the final pass other than for the goal.
Yeah, but you can't say he didn't have, exactly. I was going to say, what do you mean he didn't have the final
pass? Great pass. Off one foot to the other.
Exactly. Him, Martinelli, come on, Martinelli had you guys on the back foot the whole game. Dallo only started coming to life when, for example, when you guys were going ahead and the fans are cheering on, like, yeah, that's when you start seeing players like Dallo.
At points, our fullbacks were on the ropes. I must admit that. The two wide players for you before the game we were highlighted as being the dangers, real dangers. They can beat people 1v1. They score goals. But what I was really happy with from a United perspective was that I think in times gone by, we would have folded in that situation. We would have gone under. But it shows the character with the will, the togetherness that we're kind of growing within this team now, that they have managed to kind of weather that storm and come back into it. And like you said, towards the end of the game, Dalot's bombing on. He's looking good. He's looking comfortable. He's looking more confident.
But that's fake, man.
What do you mean it's fake?
The reason why that's fake is you're going to get exposed. Like with that guy playing right back during the course of the season, he's going to get found out.
I'm talking about this game. I'm talking about if buts and maybes.
But you will. You will.
This game.
Some of these players, you will get. You look better with Ronaldo on the pitch, by the way. Free Ronaldo, by the way. I think the way he's being treated is absolutely atrocious. Free Ronaldo. And if he comes on the show, I'll tell him that as well.
Do you know what? And the argument against that, if you're Ten Hag, I'm sitting here and being Ten Hag, and everyone's saying that Ronaldo should play, right? But how do you change a winning team like? And your centre forward, by the way, has got 3 goals and 2 assists in your last 4 games.
What's it say?
It says there's 6 games in, Joel.
Yeah, but what does it say though? Who's number 1?
The only team you've played of any sort
you lost.
Beat you 3-1. Just have that and hold that.
I need to address as well.
Hold that right now.
I need to address the counter-attack thing.
Crystal Palace away on Friday night.
Crystal Palace are going to be a stiff opposition.
They beat you the last time you played them, though, didn't they?
No, but I'm saying...
Didn't they in the same ground? Did they not? You got them this weekend. Let's see what happens then.
You're the one saying
Let's see what happens then.
Why is there bass in his voice?
No, but I'm just saying because you guys... No, I'm saying it's the truth, though.
I'm saying, where did they finish in the league, Palace? And where are they probably going to finish this year in the league? That's all I'm saying.
Does it really matter?
Let's go through who you played, okay?
Yeah, cool.
And this is what we said to you. And I said you might even beat us this week.
You've said this to him every week.
October is when
He's
they
not listened to you.
Not once. I said you might even beat us. I've give you that.
Hard head.
Give you that. So you might even beat us.
Something went wrong with the connection, mate.
It did, clearly.
But yeah, Rio, all right, cool. You guys you've asked me questions. I bet, go on.
The counter-attacking myth that you've just thrown into us.
Yeah.
18 passes in Manchester
United. Hit him with it now.
Just cold hard facts, Joel. 18 passes when the ball's gone up down the left, across the front, back into our half, and then we've absolutely carved you open. You've had. Do you remember Zinchenko that you paid how much for?
No, don't try.
Real
cash.
cash.
That's a baller right there. You know that's a baller. Going forward with the ball.
Doing for the
defensively, I'm not gonna lie.
For the
not
goal,
as strong.
I would have been on him if I was a centre back.
Yeah, not as strong. But I think he makes our team much better, especially when we have the ball going forward. It's a better outlet.
What about Arteta's substitutions?
Yeah,
was that a reason for you to lose the game? Maybe
100%. I told you though, because if you look at the third goal, if you look at that area where Cams was saying it earlier, that's an area where he would have been operating right there. But now Eriksen's been let loose. He's able to run on a 1-on-1. He weren't in the third half of the pitch earlier on in the game because he knows that he was getting locked down. Now after a while, if he's free. We know Eriksen's got quality in the third half. He slots it into Rashford, easy goal.
Imagine as well, like an ex-Tottenham player, what that must have felt like for him.
Oh. Don't. Wow. Because when Man City players are banging goals against you guys left, right, and centre, you don't see me saying anything, do you? So don't. You guys got slapped. Like what was the score? Like 5-0, 5-0 or something like that last time. What's the aggregate? What's the aggregate with you and Man City at the moment? What's the aggregate?
You know that boy, that young kid in this playground.
What's the aggregate? What's the Man United and Man City aggregate scores in the last 2-3 games?
About 2 billion.
Take your slaps.
Cool.
Take your slaps like a man, right?
No. Because you know what? I accept that we got beat at OT.
Really?
And I accept. I accept that we got beat on the counter
by the better team.
You didn't get beat on the counter.
I don't think you were the better team, though, Rio. No? Jokes aside, you weren't the better team.
Right.
What's the objective of football, Joe?
Win
Nah,
3-1.
but listen.
It's to score goals and limit what the
but let's
opposition
be honest.
does.
We can
Who
look
did
at
that? We did
football.
that, didn't
We can look at Man United's last 2 performances, and you go, you know what? Yes, they were results, but they weren't good performances, right?
I would say
Right.
yesterday was a good performance. On
Right?
that.
No. I'm talking about the Southampton one, and who did you play before? Was it
Leicester?
Yeah,
Leicester.
Leicester.
No,
Right.
I was a little bit rattled against Leicester, but we
Right.
came away with 3 points. I've
But
seen that
you
called
could-
championship form.
Okay, but all I'm saying is you can look at a performance and you can say, yeah, they got 3 points, but they didn't play well. Yes, you got 3 points, but you weren't the better team.
I would
It's cool
rather
to say
be
that.
on our side of the fence than yours in that
What?
respect.
But what about us in the table?
With
Who's
the
top
game
of the table?
yesterday.
Who's top of the
6
table?
games in.
Who's top of the table?
With the game yesterday, there's only one team you would have rather been
Would
yesterday.
you
and that's
rather
Man
be in
United.
Arsenal's position right now or Man United's position?
No.
Well, you're lacking confidence right now. You've got,
Are we?
You got
Lacking
you
confidence?
got slapped back down the motorway.
Nah, Rio.
Heads
come
down.
on, Stop it, man.
Heads down, thinking you was going to win
Lacking what
something,
confidence?
thinking you were going to win the league, and you've gone back home going, reality just kicked
I got a
in.
serious question for you, right, on Arteta. So, as we saw, Arteta got schooled against a really good tactical coach yesterday. I think Ten Hag played his hand to a blinder. Arteta, if he'd have probably just allowed Arsenal to continue playing the way they were, you may have got a result.
100%.
So,
100%.
Arteta out is what we're saying.
I didn't say that. But you know what? It's a lot to learn, innit? He's a young manager. No, it is. He's a young manager.
Biggest manager in the league.
He's a young manager. I think...
You want him out anyway.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Me.
You said it on the
No, I
Arsenal
don't.
show that's on
Listen,
Amazon as well.
we
like,
all
you said
say
it.
things. Didn't you? I'm sorry. What was you saying about what was the previous manager? What's his name again?
Ralph.
Didn't you say that? All right, he needs when he said open heart surgery, you thought he was lying. You needed open
No, I
heart
didn't
surgery.
say that.
Yes, you
So
did.
go back to the clips, and I
What
didn't
did you
say that
say?
he's lying.
What
I
did you
didn't say
say?
that. I said I don't think he should be saying it publicly. If he's going to say that, that's what he's been brought in to do, is to find out what's the mechanisms in the club, what's working, what isn't, and then notify the people that can make the decisions to make a change. That's what you want him there to do. Saying it publicly, listen, with hindsight, he's actually said the right thing, I think. And he
with
was
hindsight.
right with what he said. But
Alright, cool.
saying it publicly doesn't help really the team.
What about Solskjaer needed a contract right there and then? Give him what he
at
wants.
He just
time-
won like 14 out of 16, Joel.
Exactly.
Of
At that
course he
time,
did.
I probably 75, maybe 80, 85% of the fan base would have said the same thing.
All right, and at the time when Arteta weren't doing well, our fan base would have said the same thing as well.
Been in the job
but,
probably
but
about
in
3 months.
in hindsight, no, it was longer than 3 months. But in hindsight, I think he's done really well, and I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of.
Yeah, eighth,
If you're
eighth,
Arsenal
fifth.
Football Club,
I just think you should be
This
ashamed.
season, mate.
You should
This
be
season.
ashamed with getting carried away after 5 games.
we weren't carried.
Against the
Are
bottom of
you
the-
you
bottom of
not
the
sitting there
table team.
eating cake, bro? And you're telling me you're not
Against you,
getting
that's it.
carried
It's just
away?
about beating Arsenal.
Come
that's
on,
it,
man.
About being Joel Bayer's Arsenal. That's
yeah.
all it is. This ain't about where we are in
Eating
the
cake
league.
and that.
It's not about where we are in the league. It tastes nice, by the way. Your time.
He's not
Your
allowed.
time. He's not allowed. He's not allowed.
Winners
So,
only.
3 points only.
Yeah, that 3 points. We're
This
top
is
of the
about
league, but we're
beating
top of the
Arsenal.
league.
This ain't about Man United doing anything in the league. This is about beating your Arsenal, who you said were going to win the league.
Call me Joe with a W at
Did
the
he
end.
actually say they were going to win the league?
Yeah, man. He said
Nah.
everything.
He
He said all outlandish.
All right, guys, look, you guys have had your time. Let's move on. By the way, Rio and Culture Cam's got a show coming out tomorrow. 5 formations. They look at the breakdown of the Man United versus Arsenal game. I think they're talking a load of waffle, but what do I know? Check this out.
I think the most important players in terms of Arsenal winning this game was Saka and Martinelli in terms of being direct and getting and isolating Malacia and Dalot in 1v1 situations. And I have to say Arsenal all through the game, especially first half with Martinelli and through most of the game through Saka, they managed to get them 1v1 quite a lot, and then they isolated the fullbacks and then caused problems. For Manchester United, I just thought that they had to be able to remain compact. I thought Arsenal would have a lot of the game. First 10, 15 minutes, Man United had a lot of the game, and I thought, wow, this is not what I expected. But as the game developed, Arsenal came into the game and controlled large parts of the game. Yeah. And I thought for Manchester United, they had to remain solid and compact. And I thought for large parts, they did. They were like this. They were back deep. These 2 wide players are vitally important. You've got Sancho and Antony, the new signing, who understands the Ten Hag role as a wide player.
Hard,
but they get in like this. But the key for Man United, I thought, was, yes, they're going to be under pressure at times. Not too deep. But the key always in situations like this, when you're trying to remain compact, especially to save the legs of an Eriksen and Bruno in terms of defensive capacity, was the ability, once we won the ball anywhere in here, was for these guys to be doing that and Rashford to be doing that as well. And I thought we executed that perfectly on the day.
Okay, so we're
I
back.
actually need to ask you something on the defence before we go.
Bro,
So
like,
before
how
we
long
move
do you
on-
want to stay on this topic?
It's what people are here for.
Do you think people have tuned in to hear about any other topic than this?
Antony bangs in a hat trick.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. We got to talk about that.
We are going to talk about that.
Haaland.
in a minute. But in a minute.
The player you couldn't get.
So
We didn't want him.
this is a two-part question.
Go on.
One, Manchester United have started Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez together 4 games, 4 wins,
They look rattled.
2 clean sheets.
Did Varane, the Champions League Varane look rattled yesterday?
Excuse
yes
me.
or no?
Winners
Cams?
are talking. Thank you.
Did he or did he not? Don't
Excuse
point
me.
at Steve.
Winners are
Did he or
talking.
did he not?
Winners are talking.
Face to front.
Did he not?
So, Rio Ferdinand,
Champions League Varane.
Varane, Martinez, 4 games, 4 wins. It's still early doors, isn't it? How long do you reckon it for you?
I
how
see
long
my
would it
man.
really feel
See
to
my
be
man
comfortable
getting
with a new
excited because he's clearing
Say
corners
again.
and that.
So he's talking
I'll
over
tell
there.
Just waffling.
He's got no points and he's still talking.
Right. So, how long would it take for you to really feel settled with a new defensive partner? Would you say?
I can only talk from experience. It's kind of immediate.
Really?
You get a feeling straight away like, oh, like he's picking up positions that are good for me and vice versa. He's more comfortable doing that, and I'm more comfortable reacting off that position he takes up. Like Martinez wants contact, he wants to engage, he wants to get up against people, and Varane prefers to cover, prefers to be the person that's sweeping up behind. So in terms of the characteristics, on paper they look perfect for each other, and they are a perfect match for each other. So, and it's playing out in the games at the moment. Yes, Jesus created difficult moments for both the centre halves.
Oh, you give him a good game.
Yeah,
He did have a
but
good
he
game.
didn't score. That's how when you come off the pitch as a centre back and you go like, listen, let's switch. Oh, let me
hypocritical what you're saying.
Let me finish. Wait, let me finish because I'm going to give you something here, right?
Go on.
Jesus give them problems, right? At different
How many
times.
goals has he
Wait,
got
hold
this
on a
season?
minute. Wait, listen.
None against
He
United.
give them problems, right? In this game,
Big problems.
right? Big problems if you want to call it that, right?
Yeah.
But in the change room after the game, Martinez and Varane are sitting there going, the number 9 didn't get a goal, didn't score. How many shots did he have on goal? I think maybe one, if one. Then on the other
Didn't
hand,
really get
who
chances.
you were salivating over Saliba, but he's sitting in that change room thinking, I've probably had my DNA on 2, maybe 3 of the goals
Now, you
in
can't
some way,
say,
shape, or
first of
form.
all, it's definitely
Right?
not free.
I'm just saying to you, some people might say 3. I'm saying 2. He says 3.
Those
But
people
he's
are
got his
Steve. Those people are
DNA.
on Twitter chatting rubbish.
His fingerprints are on 2 of the goals, and he's sitting there with 0 points from the game. So I don't understand how you can be sitting there and saying, "Oh yeah, but they got manhandled by Jesus." He didn't score.
First of all,
You've done your job.
With the third goal, Saliba, right? I think the managers put him in a sticky situation. When you played, right?
He's playing offside. The manager's not played that. The manager's not told him to do that. They didn't play offside any other time in that game. He's on the halfway line thinking he's last man and steps up over the halfway line to play offside.
He was indecisive.
When
He was
White's
indecisive.
playing him
Yeah,
onside.
he changes his mind halfway through.
He's
as well, 'cause he
indecisive. That's the
turns-
problem because he turns and
he
you,
can't-
you know what I mean.
he can't make
And
it
obviously Rashford's got enough pace. We know that to run in behind and do what he has to do. But
So
yeah.
what you're saying is a good centre half would have accounted for that and maybe swept up and not allowed him to give him the
I
role.
actually
Rio.
think Saliba's got a good chance of being a really, really good player, and he just needs time. All this kind of pressure you're putting on him and putting him up against
saying
like,
at
people
20,
that-
like people like you at 21.
I don't think he needs it. He was on loan last year for Etienne. Do you know what I mean? So give
but
him
that
a
was
breather, give him a breather.
but and he's come back into the Premier League, bossing it as if he owns it.
His first
at 21.
big test, really, let's be honest, was at Old Trafford in a big signature
So you're
game.
telling me he didn't play well? Have you seen him
Hold on,
across
can
the board?
I say something?
Have you seen him across the board? I'm asking.
Can I just say something? A centre back, right? You cannot sit there and say a centre back played well when you concede 3 goals. Please don't try and tell me that.
Don't
You
do
can't.
that.
You can't. He would be sitting there going, Joel, shut up. Don't embarrass me.
You can't.
He would be
Are we
sitting
talking
there.
about Martinez and Varane's performance in a positive light?
But he was better than all of them. He was better than all of them.
What are you chatting about?
He was better than the both of them.
Bro,
Was
come
he
on.
not? Was he not?
He's finished with 3 goals in his net, mate. You can't sit there.
You know
I would
what?
never.
We
I
will
wouldn't embarrass
revisit.
myself.
We will revisit this conversation. Steve,
I'm not saying he's
move
not
on,
a good player.
Move on,
I'm
move
just
on to the
saying that
next
you
team.
can't concede 3 goals and start sitting there talking lavish about him. You can't.
All right, speak of the next big
So
thing.
have you never ended a game?
I thought I could
and,
move on.
Wait. Have you never ended a game, right? After conceding goals and you thought, you know what, I did actually have a good game. It wasn't
Personal
my fault.
pride would not allow it.
It was Vida's fault, or it was if the strikers were doing their jobs, or you've never had a game like that. Don't
If
lie.
we've conceded a goal or 2 goals in a game and we've lost a game,
Or 3.
or 3, and we've lost a game and no goals are a direct fault of mine, we take it
As
together.
a team, yeah.
As a team.
Alright, and I
It's
think
not
that's
me.
fair enough.
Yeah.
But the way you guys are trying to like discredit him as if it's Saliba's fault.
No,
I'm not having
we're not.
that.
We're just reacting to your blasphemy.
What blasphemy?
You called him the best 21-year-old the Premier League's ever seen.
All right, tell me who's better than. No. Don't say Rio. Don't say no.
All right,
'cause he's
Jonathan
sitting right
Woodgate.
here.
Jonathan Woodgate.
Well, at 21.
Sol Campbell.
Woodgate
Sol
was
Campbell.
at 21.
John Terry.
No, not at 20.
Trust
Sol
me.
Campbell was good, but not at 21. Not better
Yeah,
than
he
Saliba.
would have been.
probably.
Telling you.
John Terry.
Maybe.
Telling you. Jonathan
Up there.
Woodgate, 100%.
Woodgate 100%, yeah.
Without any hesitation.
Wes Brown.
Wes
how about
Brown.
that?
Wes Brown at 21.
Oh, stop it.
What? What do you
Better
mean?
than Saliba?
Yeah.
Oh, get out.
Champions
He
League
was
Wes
winning
Brown.
Champions Leagues, mate. He was winning Champions Leagues.
Just because he was winning Champions, so what, bro? You got players that have been winning Champions League. It don't mean that they're better than the others that don't. Come on, man.
Bro, come on. He was in the treble winning team.
Yeah,
In that season, he played games in
I'm
that
not saying
team.
you're not good enough to be
Can
in
I
a
move
squad.
on?
Go on, move on.
Okay.
Have you heard what this guy's saying? Please get in the
want
comments.
you guys
Get in the comments
to look
and bury
at
this
Saliba
guy.
and tell me that he's not better than Rio at the age of 21.
No problem.
Bro.
Loads of people
Tell
to
me.
tell you that.
I'm not even saying that. I'm going to leave this to the comments and let them just like pin you to the wall.
Cams, have you seen him?
Wow. All right, speaking of
Cams,
21-year-olds.
wait, Cams is a football man. Can you? What do you think?
I won't even
Be
ask him
honest.
this question.
If you think,
Come here,
if
come
you
here.
think so, just be
Cams, come here.
honest.
Cams, come here. Come here.
If you think so, just be honest. Who cares?
Cams,
I
come
don't
here.
care.
Come here.
Listen, Rio at 21 was what?
Wait. It's all right. You'll still have the 5 formations.
When was you 21?
job.
2002?
You'll still have the 5 formations job. Be honest. Go on.
2022 then.
Go on.
22.
So,
Mate.
listen,
21.
Right. During the World Cup 2002, Dutch journalists, it's in one of the books, remember that book I was telling you about? Calling him the best centre-half in the world at
You gotta
22.
remember, yeah, when Rio was coming through, the way you're talking, you gotta remember, yeah, when Rio was coming through, he was doing stuff that nobody in the country was doing in terms of the way he was playing with the ball, in terms of his style. And now you look at the centre halves that are playing now. Everyone wants to mold their game from that. But who was the pioneers?
No, I'm not saying Rio.
Just because we're mixed race, bro. Just because we're mixed race.
No, I
It's just
did not
like
say that.
racism.
He looks more like Vincent Company than he does Rio.
No, I'm not having that one.
He's
No,
not.
that I'm not having
He's
that.
not as smooth
No,
as
hold
Rio.
on.
When he came to the
He's
league.
not as smooth
Cam,
as
come
Rio.
on. You know your ball, bro. I'm disappointed in that
You're
one.
overhyping
I'm
me.
disappointed in that
I
one.
rate Saliba.
That one I'm disappointed in. That
Exactly.
one.
We all rate Saliba. We all do.
No, I'm disappointed. No, but you're saying he's more
You don't
confident
talk
than
for me.
Rio.
You don't talk for
No,
me.
he's not.
You don't talk for me.
Go on.
Right, speaking of overhyped 21-year-old centre-halves, Phil Jones has just been kicked out of United's first-team dressing room. What's your thoughts?
Is that true, first of all, before you start talking?
I
Well,
don't know.
it was on Sky, so let's just roll with it.
All right,
Okay,
cool.
it's been in all the media. It's in all the news. Listen, I hope it's not true. I've got to be honest. But again, it will be. If it is true, that's Ten Hag just laying it out and going, "You're not part of my plans. So moving forward, you surplus to requirement." But that's the game, though, man. If you're not involved and you're not going to be anything in terms of the first team going forward, then why are you going to be taking up someone else's space? There might be a young player that he wants in there to gain the experience of being in and around the culture. So
Ted and Mengi, come on down.
we have to wait and see. But I mean, Phil Jones, if he's still there and he's been demoted to the reserves or under 21 change room, that's the hard pill to swallow, that one.
Definitely.
Well, he featured, 2 games last season, nothing for a year or more before
Yeah, he's
that.
had a lot of injuries. I came out and hammered him saying, what's he doing? And then I got some feedback from the guys at the club that he's actually suffered with some really horrendous injuries. So I just hope he stays fit and at some point he'll be able to go out and play somewhere.
On the club's front, because if there has been injuries and things like that, you don't want to see a player just sacked. But what's the club's responsibility for a player that's no longer capable of contributing to the first team? It's not charity that we're running, is it?
No, the biggest problem Man United have with getting players out the door is wages. They've given far too bigger contracts to certain players that haven't been putting like the output on the pitch to warrant those wages. So then when they're trying to get them out on loan to lesser clubs probably, or clubs abroad who haven't probably got the finances to cover those wages, there you are stuck.
Commercial merchants.
Just saying, we can dual register in our league.
Commercial merchants. That's probably because you guys ain't really been running the club well since Sir Alex Ferguson left. How many managers have you had since Sir Alex Ferguson's left?
Quite a few, yeah, good few.
Do you know what? It doesn't matter because we never hounded out the greatest manager
How
we've ever had.
much?
It's true. That's a good point.
How much?
Free Wenger.
How much did?
Free Arsene Wenger.
How much did
After the way
Di
Arsenal
Maria?
treated him.
How much did?
They went
How much
at it
did?
for only winning
no, no.
FA Cups and coming
How much?
fourth?
How much
And
did
what would they kill for that now?
Di Maria cost? Was it 60,
Who
65
cares?
million?
Who cares?
My point is,
He went to Paris and
my
won the
point
league.
is, all right, cool.
Won
My
leagues.
point is, so proving that you guys make all players bad.
You're gonna get
My
really
point
in the
is,
comments,
yeah,
Joe.
you guys have spent a billy, right? Even more than Man City.
A billy.
Yeah, a billy. Yeah, no leagues in return.
It
None.
hurts.
What is a success? What is considered a success for Antony at 75, 80 million pounds? What's a success?
I'll go back to the point I made last week. The price tag, you've got to just put that to one side. Not just Antony. All players'
Pepe
price
as well,
tags
yeah?
At the moment, yeah. I don't mention Pepe's price tag.
Yes, you do.
But no, he does.
All right, cool.
Right, but I just think at the way it is
Where's
at
he,
the
by the way?
moment, it's like he's gone to Nice on loan.
Okay, nice.
Your big signing. But what I mean is like you look at Grealish, yeah.
Record time.
Grealish is 100 mil, yeah. But I'm not. I've gone past judging players because he's worth that much.
That's because he's your mate.
No,
But
he
go
ain't.
on.
He ain't. I know him, but you know what I mean. It's
Put
just
a picture of Rio. Put the picture of Rio and Grealish in there, mate. When he's
Adjusting
doing
his
up the
tie.
United tie, trying
No.
to tap him up.
no.
Go on.
But I
You
just
also
think,
say that as someone who was like a record signing as well. You're gonna have a little bit of sympathy or empathy with people that have had big money signings.
because when you sign for a club and it breaks records like I did, luckily enough, yeah, the pressure is mad. Like, and it's all about what is surrounding that player. Like, have they got the right people around them to kind of absorb all of that pressure and attention that they're going to get? Do you know what I mean? I presume that in Amsterdam, Antony was walking around. He could do what he wants and not get too much attention, not get crazy. He went out yesterday, albeit in a Man United tracksuit, to go for something to eat, I'm sure, in town. But he's got paparazzi following him now. He looks like he's loving it. And I think he looks like the type who wants that attention and will
Give
probably grow.
it a few weeks, and everyone's going to be against him because he's doing that kind of stuff. But go on,
Not if he
carry
keeps
on.
scoring.
No,
do
if you
what
keep scoring goals in games like that and deciding games and being clinical, then you can do what you want. And I think it's always been like that. It's what George Best has been the case like that before. Then you go on about all these Gazas, etc. Because they're producing, they're able to do stuff. But no one's saying he's their level yet. But he's got to go and produce it. He's had one week, a great goal, match-winning team.
So you're saying now that price tags mean nothing?
No, I just feel that judging players on price tags, it kind of goes, it distorts the whole picture a little bit. Listen, he comes in, he's £85 million. People presume he has to be the finished article now. He ain't. He's 22 years old. He needs time. He's going to need time to grow and develop. If you bought him for £5 million, he's 22, you go, oh, he's only a young kid, we'll give him a bit of time. But because the price tag is where it is, he's not afforded that time. Now you have to be more realistic with that. He's a young player, a new country, a new environment, a new club, new teammates. Give him that time to adapt to the Premier League.
If you was the owner of Manchester United, Rio Ferdinand, would you have bought him for £85 million?
If the manager saw him as the perfect
no.
and the recruitment team see him as the one of the pieces in the jigsaw. You listened to his comments after the game yesterday. We've got so many strikers within our squad. None of them is their preferred position or best position on the right hand side. He solves that problem. Mm-hmm. So you guys
haven't had a proper right winger for years as well,
since Antonio Valencia.
And he
probably.
to right back as well.
What I like about what Antony's doing and what Ten Hag said about him is, and in relation to the price, I think the money's a lot, and I think the money's a lot for him. I think we've probably overpaid for him.
Overpaid, definitely.
I feel like we overpaid for Casemiro to a certain degree as well because of his age.
To a certain degree?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Just say it. Say it as it is.
I just did. I just said I think we've overpaid.
To a certain degree.
Yeah, but if
No,
he puts in the performances he's just done, then who cares?
You've overpaid.
We paid 50 for Fred. If it's 70 for Casemiro, we might be fine.
No.
Yeah.
His was down to his age. Fred was a young lad. Casemiro, come on.
Right.
He's in his 30s.
The fact that
right.
We bought the best centre holding midfielder in the world, by the way.
The fact that Ten Hag pushed for Antony so hard, having just coached him at Ajax. If this was just like a random PSV signing that there was no connection to.
Gakpo at PSV.
If it was in for 85 million, I would have been really worried. But I think the fact that Ten Hag's worked with this squad now for a few months and goes, I know what this needs, and has pushed so hard right to the end of the window to bring him in. Is it a lot of money? Undoubtedly, right? It's undoubtedly a lot of money. But like Rio said, he is 22. He started off brilliantly. I think his confidence will...
Started off with Rio. He's had one game and he kissed the badge as if...
1 goal, 3 points.
Kissed the badge on his first day at work.
He clearly wanted to come.
What the heck is this?
Like, he went on strike to come. He clearly wanted to come. I'm all right with him kissing the badge.
Are you sure you want that kind of behaviour around your club?
Well, I do worry that ultimately...
10 years time...
Sounds like a problematic player
I do think that if there is a bigger club that he wants to go to, he might do that again. However... We've got no evidence of that he's going to
Joe, you should have just
So what are you going to do when he
decides?
decides? So what are you going to do when he decides to go to Real Madrid?
Joe
Start spitting his dummy out.
Joe else spat the dummy out.
Ronaldo.
Him.
What? When he was trying to leave?
Leeds.
Yeah. I understand it. I said that before, like a couple of weeks ago. A player, if someone comes in for me and offers your club a world record or a record for your club, massive money in that time, and you've given them good service, bro, I went in and said, I need to go. There's no two ways about it. You should have come in here today just with your hands up and said, just...
Why?
That's it.
Have you seen what we were on the table?
But the way you're walking in here,
All right,
you guys are like some mad elite team that's like going to just walk away with the league. Come on, man.
Bro,
just be realistic.
Don't forget what we did to you.
You're fighting for top 4, like us.
Why has that got to do with anything? We've basically just recruited a half new team. We got a new manager who's clearly going around with his ass kicking boots on, by the way, which I absolutely love.
And what Arteta's laying to the ground? Or what? So what?
Yeah, he's just drawing shit on whiteboards, mate.
Get the heck out of it.
Hey guys, today.
Nah, get out of it. Nah, listen, put respect on Arteta's name, and he's come in. He's tried to be creative. By the way, for people who have complaints about that and him putting the sound effects before the Liverpool game at the training session, I reckon you can't blame a man for trying to be inventive.
How much
really
are you
don't.
laughing your bollocks off?
No. I believe.
You think the manager's lost the plot?
All I'm saying is it's a new age, man.
It's a new age.
It's a new age.
I know if I try to rig that up on Turnmoss playing field with some speakers,
that shit ain't going down.
Can't compare Arsenal
The lads are going home.
to Stretford Paddock, mate. Yeah.
Why?
All right.
We didn't-
Howard Wilkinson with England training put a mic on and had speakers around the pitch, and the lads were looking at each other like, "Wow, they were never seen again.
Really?
Never seen again." Like, but it's a new age. These guys are different. He's got a very impressionable bunch as well, young team who are sitting and hanging on every word. So he can afford to do stuff like this and test and try stuff. I respect him because he's shameless. He don't care. He don't care what people think. He's going to try and do what's best for his team.
And that's why he is where he is.
Where?
Top of the league. All right.
Oh my God, when
Comments.
he's finished like 6th or 7th this season.
Anyway, let's move it on now. Right.
on.
Merseyside derby.
Yeah, I was there.
0-0.
Wait. Do you think you're going to be beating Crystal Palace this coming weekend? Yes or no?
What?
Why are you? We've moved on from that Man United Arsenal.
No, I'm asking. I just want to know.
Do you think we're not?
Yeah. Selhurst Park's not easy to go to, you know.
Okay.
It's not for everyone.
It's not really
I told
been a good-
you.
it's not been a good ground for Man United in recent years.
Exactly. And I told you before you went to Brentford, oh, shut up, Joe. What are you talking about? All right, cool. 8-5. Move on.
The comments are going to dismantle this
I
guy.
don't
Just
care
be in
about
the comments, guys.
bro. I don't
Anyway,
care.
Merseyside derby. Probably the 2 worst managers in the league by Steven Gerrard, I think, looking at the current form.
Wow.
Well, am I wrong?
Wow.
How backed has Jurgen Klopp been? And to deliver one title in what's going on now, like 7-8 years, I think questions need to be asked.
Stop it. Because if you look at their structure, right, compared to your structure, he's done an immense job. He's done an immense job. He's done an immense job with what he has.
Why are you comparing us to that?
No, because I know what Steve's trying to throw smart on Liverpool's name as if say Man United have done any better.
Oh, in the last 10 years, we've done identical.
Stop it, Steve.
In their so-called period of dominance.
No, don't do that, man.
We've won a
Because
European
this
trophy,
Liverpool team,
won a League Cup, won an FA Cup, won a title. That's all they've done.
the only thing that stopped Liverpool from being even more of a force.
Am I right? Am I wrong?
Last 15
Oh, if you want to do the last 15 years, we won a couple
Stop
more.
it, Steve. Because
We're
now
just talking the last 10 years. Keep
you got
it
your shades on, bro. Like Jurgen Klopp has done a phenomenal job.
So
the only thing that
what's happened
stopped
this
him
season then?
is that Man
he's been
City,
great, I have to say.
have got a budget where they can do what they want to do.
He's galvanised the whole city.
Simple.
Shit back.
What I would say is that Frank Lampard, he said he thought it was an outstanding 0-0 after the game. And it was a great 0-0. Woodwork was hit probably 4 or 5 times in the game. Had you on the edge of your seat. I was there and the atmosphere just felt like the old times again.
Everton are struggling with a team as well.
But they showed glimpses of that. The way their team finished, I see that being, they're going to have the midfield there that's going to be, it's got legs. It's got people that want to get on the ball, and it's got a bit of grit in there. Gay, Onana, and whoever plays the holding role. It could be Davis, it could be Garno they just signed, or Alan. But that midfield there seems to me has got a nice mix, and if he builds around it and you get Dominic Calvert-Lewin, they'll be all right.
I don't know about that, bro. I think your guy's going December. He's out.
Frank Lampard.
Yeah, man.
I thought there was going to be
December, probably before the World Cup.
I
He's
thought
gone.
before the windows shut, I was saying, listen, I was probably a bit concerned looking at the squad. Then he made 3 signings by the end between that point and the end of the
signings
window.
are championship signings though.
They're preparing themselves.
Gay, no chance. Gay's a
Gay's
good
a
footballer,
good
mate.
signing. He is.
Gay and Onana are very good signings for that team. Ghana's one. You got question
One
marks
for the
because he hasn't
future.
played at this level yet. Yeah, they've kept Gordon, Dominic Calvert-Lewin to come back in the team. I think they got 3 centre backs injured at the moment still. So I think there's a lot to come into the team that makes it look a lot rosier.
Yeah, but those players are still out at the current moment.
Yeah, but they're on their way back.
I'm looking.
Where are they in the table?
They're about 16th, maybe 15th.
I don't look that far down the table. I only look.
Oh, for 6 games you thought like that.
I just
Hey,
honestly,
in
You've had
October,
6 games at it.
You're going to need to have a look in October.
Anyway, moving on.
So, yeah, Merseyside derby. But on a genuinely serious note,
Austin City.
Liverpool, are they in a title race this year?
Do you know what we're going to do? We've
Are.
actually got James Redmond talking about Liverpool's current situation tomorrow. There's going to be a video that comes out. It's going to be a really, really good video. So please keep watching. Can
we just move on to Haaland, please? Because we can't do this show. I know it hurts.
That guy
it hurts me because it's City. But
I'm so glad he didn't go to
Haaland's
United.
been my fantasy team captain all season.
He's a smart lad.
Yeah,
What's your total
fine.
points on that, by the
Great
way?
parent.
Lower than
Show
yours.
me.
Lower than
Fucking
yours.
flying Rio. Him and Mitrovic, just smacking
Yeah, you are.
motherfuckers.
Who's first? Who's first? Fantasy football?
Oh, there's about 50,000 people in
Okay.
that group, but nowhere. But I'm
The New Era one. New Era Global one.
I don't know.
Who's first?
I don't know.
Thank you
What's
very
your
much.
total points?
Me.
Show me your total
Thank you
points.
very much.
I want to see your total
Remember,
points.
all I know is that we're first. I'm in so many groups, bro. You know I'm first. Like,
So just tell me
across
your
the
total
board.
points.
I can't remember. I don't
Can we
wanna
just
get it
talk
wrong.
about Haaland, please, and what he's become? He's made them. They was a threat anyway,
Rio.
City, but he has taken it to a new level.
He is an android. He's an android. If you look at Kevin De Bruyne's cross across to him, right? No, forget that. Let me start from the beginning. There was a chance where Kyle Walker decided to shoot instead of
He went
playing
mad.
it back. Did
He
you
went
see
mad,
him?
yeah.
But it's not just that. If you look at the build-up play, he actually won the tackle. And the transition was so quick. By the time Kyle Walker got to the bar line where for some reason he decided to shoot, Haaland was there screaming with his hands going,
That's the sort of attack you don't expect City to
Mate.
get many of, and that's where I thought he was at his most lethal, is getting those breakaway ones
Yeah.
like that. So when they do get those, that's a powerful asset for them to
his
have.
acceleration is the next level. as well.
That is the stuff that we expected anyway. That stuff where he's running onto things, and if you try and play a high line against them, balls through like the goal against Palace when he shrugged off one of the defenders. That's the type of goal that
He's faster than I thought, Rio.
But that's the kind of goal that I expected him to score. The goals he's getting now within the width of the goal are the goals that Man City have needed, and
You see them crossing into them
the ball
areas
in.
last year, and you're
Yeah.
like, why are they
Yeah.
crossing them in for no striker?
But after time they turn away from crossing. Sometimes they wouldn't because they know they've either got Gundogan playing the whole the false nine, or Foden at times, or De Bruyne at times, and then they might have Jesus when he plays. There's no one of any presence to be able to play the ball in there too. Whereas now, I've seen them put balls in. I'm thinking that would never ever have been the case before. But because they know, even the one that Haaland scored at the weekend that De Bruyne put in,
Tapped in,
what
but it
a
was
cross!
brilliant.
He's never crossing that last season like that. Never. It might smash it along the floor or whatever, but he's never going over the keeper and thinking, I have someone come in and smash it in the back post. Now, that's what they've got. So as a defender, you used to sit there and go, listen, we'd be ficking it up in the middle of the pitch or in the middle third of the pitch down the centre, in the box, get bodies in there and say to him, go wide and cross the ball. And law of averages, we've got that many bodies in there, it's going to be half of them to score, or it's got to be the perfect goal. Now, they hit in areas. It ain't got to be a perfect cross. They're hitting areas and saying, you go and attack it. It's so different. And for a defender, now, no, you got to go out and stop the cross now. Now there's a big space between me and that fullback who's gone out to stop the cross. That's where
they love the underlap, don't they?
That's where he lives.
What do you reckon? I think we were having this conversation off air with Culture Cams and yourself. If Haaland doesn't play, are City still able to produce the goods?
Yeah, well, last season they won the league doing that. So, yeah.
They got is it Alvarez?
Alvarez as well. He's going to get
Quality
15
players.
this season.
Quality player. Player. Great recruitment.
Rio, it's time
Very
for you to
efficient
start
with their
talking
costs.
about your friend Stephen
Stephen
Gerrard.
got a good result at the weekend. Drew against the champions. What about him?
That aside, I give him that. That was a good result for him. But when you look at that 11, that's a good Premier League 11.
Yep.
Konsa, Mings aside, 'cause he's gash. Dean, Louise,
I
Kamara,
don't do
McGinn,
Mings like that,
Ramsey,
man.
Bailey.
Mings played well,
Watkins.
actually.
That's a good side.
Mings
That is
played
a
well,
good
you know.
side. Right?
Roughed up Haaland a little bit.
Yeah, well, that's his game, isn't it? It's like a League One sort of game.
well.
So when you look at that 11, how badly underperforming this weekend aside, because obviously getting a point to City is a good result for them. This weekend aside, how badly are they underperforming? He's been backed, and all I'm seeing is pundits talking about how he needs time. Not one pundit is saying he's underperforming with this team. Are you going to be that pundit?
I think before the game at the weekend, he was under big pressure. Results tell you that. And because of the amount of money he's had to spend, and then the performances and the results, he would have been sitting there himself, knowing Stevie, he would have been thinking, I need to get going now because people are looking at me, people will start talking, the ownership will be looking and they want better results than what I'm giving them. So there's no doubt in my mind how meticulous and how hardworking he's been on that training pitch, grilling the team, etc. Also looking at himself. But sometimes you need a result or a team to play against that gives you the opportunity to dig yourself out of a hole. And I think this weekend was that moment. I think they play against the champions who are in blistering form, dismantling every team that comes up against them. And they got a really, really, really well-earned 1-1 result. So
Agreed.
I think it's a... Yes, he's still under a bit of pressure and he needs to continue the result he got at the weekend and improve on that. But
Let's have a look at their fixtures.
who they got coming up?
They got Leicester, which could be a win for him, to be honest.
See?
And then Southampton, Leeds.
Listen, so he's in
Could
it.
pick up some wins there. But if he doesn't, I think...
Yeah, we
the Knights
revisited
really
this after them 3 games and they're still on the same points. I think then he's back to being under big pressure. But I'll see him getting results in the next 3 games.
Oh, okay. Rio not yet joining he's my mate, so I'm not going to criticise him band. Right, Chelsea-West Ham, bit of controversy in this one. Have you seen it? Did you see
David Moyes lost hair and gained grey hair at the same time, I think.
To be honest, I think it's a foul. I think it's Bowen's gone in on the keeper. So it was a good game. It was a good game. And Chelsea would have probably been absolutely sick if they hadn't come away with the points in there. Yeah. But there was chances for, is it Corney, I think is how you pronounce the name. There was chances for Corney earlier in the game. I think he hit the post. He could have done a little bit better from it there. But I think it's very, very late on, at least in the game, 89th minute. They've gone through. Mendy's come out, claimed it. He's just took it away from, I think it's Bowen, right on his toe. But it looks like he's trailed his foot and he's caught him. And Mendy's made the most of it. And then obviously the ball's come back out. Cornet's levered it. It's gone right in the top bins. VAR said no goal. And as you would expect, David Moyes has lost his mind over it. I think I've seen something on the news this morning saying that both of the VAR decisions, the one at Newcastle and the one in the Chelsea-West Ham game, have been reviewed, and I think PGMOL or PGMOL, the Referees Association, has sort of come out and said that both of those were the wrong decisions.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm not sure about that.
I think the biggest thing for Chelsea, if we're looking at it, is Mendy's becoming far too involved in situations like this. Leeds was at fault for the first goal. This one as well, and there's been other occasions where he probably hasn't been punished. They need to iron that out quick because
he's high in his box. He's very high in his box.
Yeah, because last season he was brilliant. He set new records in terms of like some, I think, clean sheets and stuff like that. He was phenomenal. But they need to kind of, and the year before, he needs to eradicate those mistakes out of his game. You don't want to be in the news. The keepers want to be quiet. You know what I mean? The less you talk about them, the better they're doing. At the moment, he's always in the news. I think Moyes is within his rights to be upset with this decision. I think that they didn't get the rub of the green, and VAR didn't do the job it's there to do.
But it is a foul. You can't leave a foot in on the keeper the way he did. I agree with David Moyes saying like the keeper's probably not going to get it, but he might have got back to his feet for the rebound.
I think he's made a meal of it.
He's definitely made a meal of it. But isn't that the game with VAR at the moment?
I don't know, man. If I'm West Ham, I'm livid. I'm going bananas. And I guarantee there have been players waiting at the referee's dressing room to give them a piece of their mind.
Leaves them in relegation, that.
Leeds?
No, West Ham.
Relegation?
Yeah, they're currently. I know it's only 6 games in and no one will be talking about anything 6 games
West
in.
Ham ain't going down, man. Come on.
No, I'm saying, but like, they've not started the season.
It's a struggle, man. Serious struggle. And they've spent money as well this summer as well, which is...
The new signing, big signing, record signings got played the weekend as well.
But anyway, who cares?
Tottenham, Fulham.
Are we wrapping this up or not?
Yeah. Tottenham looked good, you know.
Yeah.
Tottenham did look good.
Tottenham were good. Mitrovic scored again. They lost, but Kane scored as well. He's my guy in my fantasy team.
Kane had a shot early doors, which was absolutely brilliant. Spun on a sixpence and let one go just wide of the post. But yeah, Mitrovic scoring again. Absolutely flying in the fantasy league.
Bournemouth won, by the way. Scott Parker gets a sack and Bournemouth win. That always happens, isn't it? A manager goes and then bang.
Brighton, yeah, I know.
Forest, like Steve Cooper.
Is he under pressure? Is he under pressure?
Gotta be. 23 players signed. I know you're going to want a bit of time to bed them in, but you're going to get time when you've signed 23 players.
Wow, 23 players.
23
I
players.
think you'll get longer than Frank and longer than Steven Gerrard.
But can we just talk about another team, Brighton? Wow.
Well done, Brighton.
They are looking.
Good
Brighton are going to
season.
qualify for Europe this year.
Listen, they beat you.
They'll qualify for Europe.
Beating Leicester. They're doing
Danny
the thing.
Welbeck on fire. McAllister, did he get a trick?
No,
Two.
two. Yeah.
Oh, you got one Worldy disallowed as well.
Yeah.
Wolves beat Saints 1-0. Diego Costa now going to go
on
his
loan,
way.
yeah.
I don't know. When does the
Just for the
registration
circus.
window?
Just for the circus, I'll be happy for
It's
him.
mad, isn't it?
When does the registration window close for all of this?
I don't know.
Idea.
And
Who cares?
Kladzic
Just
has
let
done
him
his
in.
knee in after signing on his
Yeah.
debut. That's unfortunate. I was excited to see how he could do, in all honesty. And then obviously Brentford, we have Ivan Toney, who is coming in, fresh off the back of a hat-trick against Leeds.
Keep hearing people say, England.
Why not? I'll tell you why not, because Southgate's a mug. That's why not. But otherwise...
Wow.
Easy
Wow.
with all that, mate. Easy.
What?
Wow.
What?
That's our manager, mate.
Why? Took us to a final, mate.
That's Steve.
Did he?
That's not me. 3 lines.
He did, yeah, he did.
He won one decent game.
He took us to the final.
Right,
Steve.
yeah, cool.
He did.
Did he win it?
No,
No,
he
but he
didn't.
took us there.
Right, okay. Don't remember Solskjaer getting that sort of
When was the
treatment.
last time we got to a final?
Anyway, how are you feeling anyway, Joe? Got beat 3-1 at the weekend.
listen.
Whoa, Newcastle and
leave.
Palace, the VAR decision in that one as
Oh
well.
yeah, big decision.
Yeah,
That.
Newcastle, for all of the sort of positivity around Newcastle, they won one game this season.
They look a better team. I watched them at Anfield.
Absolutely.
They were brilliant.
They definitely
against,
do look better.
against Liverpool.
It was unfortunate there, I think.
They should have got a draw, but yeah, they were going in the right direction. Anyway, how are you feeling?
From there on.
How are you feeling, Joe? Joe, just give us an outro, yeah, to the 5 faithful. How are you feeling, mate?
In a couple. Well, I'm talking to some of the elders, the uncle elders, the elders.
Why are
at
you talking
Arsenal.
about Gilberto Silva? Is that Kanu?
Yeah.
All right.
What were we talking about? No.
What's
Read
wrong?
it. I was having a little.
He says,
man.
we need more depth in midfield. We need midfielders like when you play.
What did he
that's
say
frustrating.
first?
He goes, we win next time. The guy supports Arsenal. What's he going to say?
Well,
Yeah, we got smacked up. I know you've done well so far, but we need one Vieira. All right, yeah, it's that simple. We just need a George Best and Bobby Charlton. We'll be
Yeah,
fine.
exactly.
What are you talking about?
Talking about the past again.
What?
Joe, we'll let you finish. We'll let you leave and finish it. Joe, we let you end it on your
Guys,
note.
listen,
Go on.
I'm actually still
Is it
tired.
19 years by the end of this year? But since you last
It
won
was
the
a
title?
very, it was a
19 years.
it was a
Teenage Arsenal
very
fans,
long
I've seen
trip
it.
home yesterday
Yeah.
with all these these London Man United fans
they
that
getting
were
at
making
you?
so much noise.
Were they
Like, why is there something? I'm surprised you weren't in Manchester yesterday, Cams. All the London Man United fans seem to make their way.
Mate, our fan base is worldwide, bruv. Just remember that. Just because you lot are local. Just because you lot are local.
Because you played and you captained the club. Fair
Just
enough.
because you lot are local, bruv.
I know you must feel some sort of way when you see these non-Mancunians celebrating.
What?
As if they've been
That's what generates the
to
millions and millions and
Altrincham.
millions of budget.
To Altrincham.
Manchester United have had foreign supporters clubs. Maltese supporters club was founded in 1958.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? Like, Manchester United was worldwide before Arsenal even got out of Woolwich.
Whoa. Let's end it on that note right now, right there. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. It's been a fantastic
I've got
weekend.
one question.
We got home.
I've got
we've had
one.
homegrown players from Ireland.
I've got one.
Year
I've
dot, you know what I
got
mean?
one question to everyone in this room.
God, I was finished then. Go on.
What's the table say?
The table says we're 6 games in, Joel.
No, what does the table say?
It says wait till October and you'll be crying on
Pole
this
positions,
channel.
please, only.
This next month is going to be a mad test for you lot. I want to see you after this next 3-4
Even this
weeks.
weekend.
Top of the league. Top of the league.
Anyway, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Get in the comments and bang some facts to Joel, please, and respond to this blasphemy, what I'm hearing.
Saliba, the best 21-year-old centre-back. I'm not even sure he's the best Arsenal 21-year-old centre-back in all honesty.
I think it's unfair that he's even bringing him
don't
up
be silly.
because just let the guy play
only one,
football,
Steve.
man. He's doing well. Let him play. Anyway, let's end it on that.
See you next week.